All right, here we go. Since I got to make a couple repairs on my tails, I'll figure I'll give you a little shout out on how to find the slope of your truss. Grab a little level, block of wood at least 8 inches long, speed square. We'll be going through the hip-val cut. Also, since I have a hip roof and a speed square, and of course the common is what we'll be doing to find the overall slope of the roof right now. All right, we're inside the garage. I'm going to use this little board to offset my truss. Put the speed square as plumb as possible before you mess around with the level. It's a 5. All right, so the general slope is a 5. This is the hip intersection, should be a 90. So 45 bevel. All right, when you're given a number, let's say for your hip rafter, you're going to be given a short to the long. That's the tail. This is where the actual fascia sits, so it'd fit plumb like this. Fascia goes on here, soffit's under here like this. So you're going to be given a number either from the short point or the long point. And then you'll be coming up to here to your cut. So you take your speed square. We know that we're dealing with a 5. You go to the hip-val, 5. Put it on that 5 right there. That's your hip-val. It's got a pivot on this pivot point. That's your line. Now, that point is going to be diving like this, depending if you're the left or the right side of the hip. Okay. So this would be, I would be either giving you a number from the short to the long of the hip of the long of the bevel. Okay. You could also go from the long of the fascia to the short of the hip, long of the bevel. That's difficult to do. But finding the short, usually just run it square, wild, and then cut your tails off anyway if you're doing a rough framing. So this is going to be your basic number. Cut this off the end of your board. Run it wild. You'll cut the other end off as you go, typically. All right, set your bevel at 45 and rock and roll. Wrong side. There you go. Let's check it out. See if she fits. Little open. That's it. Hip-val cut. Congratulations, you learned something.